this last night because, well, I was at the drag races and Mike needs the password. We're going to fix that maybe after the show tonight.
Yeah.
Get that all ready to go. No, didn't schedule this one. I just kind of I was tired and I was watching the replay because I did not get to watch the game last night. So I wanted to watch the replay before coming on. And so my wife and I just had a good old time watching that game, just going, my wife's like, he's not, what is he? Did Elon invent him or something like that? Or, I mean, jeez.
It's a crazy game.
That was it though. I mean, that's what Dodgers paid for right there.
Yeah.
It is that. Let's see if I'm getting my stream here live monitor. All right, I want to get some tags in there while everyone gets started. Let's get the chat going. Most important. Oh, Showtime is in the house. Future guest appearance awaiting from Showtime LA.
Right on.
Yeah, it'll be cool. Let's see. Oh yeah, John Heyman. Someone said it best. John Heyman generating what's his name? Tucker's agent trying to generate interest for his client since he was so bad in the playoffs. So that wouldn't surprise me. It's like, hey, might as well get that play. And it's so think about this. And I mostly avoid talking about the off season.
Mm-hmm.
Someone brought up a really good point. Next year is probably the last year before something bad happens to the game. And I'm not going to say strike because the players ain't striking. This is going to be a lockout. Forgot some stuff.
Well, that could happen next year, though.
Well, if they lock him out next year, oh man, that'll kill the game. I'm going to take off my earphones so I can get my stuff on. Forgot. Mm-hmm. I've been just really tired. I went to Dodger Stadium on Thursday. Went and did work. Woke up way too early. Started working before 5 a.m. and then went up and picked up my pops in Temecula. Went drag racing all night, and then took them back to Temecula. Mm-hmm. Man, and we still got to go back tomorrow to the drag strip. But I mean, it's not like I really enjoy going out there. It's like, oh, okay, I get to go to the drag strip and
bummer.
Yeah, I'm all in. Let's see. Yeah. Let's see. He's not a Boris guy though, and Passon and Feinstein said they're the favorites to think they get him, but it's just me. Yeah, I don't know. I'm yeah. Like it's been said over and over and over, job's not finished.
No.
See, this is so right here, man. We should be watching a baseball game, man. They flipped it wrong between the American League and the National League. Because man, not having baseball tonight really kind of sucks. It's a Saturday night, but hey, that's the way it is. I mean, I didn't want the Dodgers to lose a game just so they could play a game on Saturday night.
Exactly.
Gotta get the stuff over with. However, my prediction about Blake Snell getting 6 wins is impossible now because I was counting on 2 per series. So, but yeah, so he only got 1 this time. Calm before the storm. Oh, you going for Toronto? Aeronatic do you want Toronto to win because you want Springer. You want to get that guy. I was thinking about that.
Did he get hurt last night?
Springer? He did. He left the game early. I don't know how bad it is though.
Because he took that ball off his knee?
Something like that, yeah.
Yeah.
That's a good point. I mean, who knows, right? I mean, Cheerios acted like he was going to die, and then he's in the lineup the next day hitting the ball. He was like the only guy hitting the ball hard, pretty much. And then, I love what the Dodgers they don't have the home field advantage. They go to the other team's field, for the first 2 and punch them in the mouth, and then they come back go back to Dodger Stadium, and the other teams don't get to go back home. They're done. Dodgers take care of business. So
yeah, it's good to see the team, playing the way that they are. When they started in the wild card, they took care of business there. They drop a game against, Philly. I actually thought that game was going to go 5 games. And then I was, super, I was surprised, that we swept the Brewers. I thought they would at least get one. Like I thought they were going to win last night or the other day against Glasnow.
yeah,
But, it is what it is. I'm happy for it.
yeah, me too.
It's great to see the team. Yeah, I'm kind of bummed, because they got such a good chemistry flowing right now from these 3 series that they just got done completing,
Yeah.
and they're just firing on all cylinders, and this break kinda scares me a little bit.
Well, if they can handle like they did last year and said, "Hey,
Yeah.
we're getting together. We're 8 hours at the ballpark. It's a full day.
Mhm.
Regular pace. Don't stop doing what you're doing." I think they'll be fine. They've learned so much. They just cannot go. You can't let up on the discipline.
No.
And
No.
so let's hope if they just keep that up. I concern it is. I'm not going to lie and say it's totally. I'm not concerned at all. I get it. It makes a lot of sense about it. Let me make sure I turn the monetization to not medium because I don't want. Gotta get something, but let's see. Oh, in the chat. Oop, what happened?
You wanted to
Oh,
subscribe.
I'm in the wrong. I'm in the wrong.
Mhm.
I'm trying to click the wrong thing.
Well, I mean, like BC, what we talked about on one of our shows that we had when we were talking, Philadelphia Dodgers. We were
Mhm.
saying that the winner out of that game is going to win the World Series.
Yeah.
That's my true belief. I'm always going to believe that. The National League is way stronger, way better, and it's just it, they're just stronger than the American League right now. Thanks, Aeronautic. I love this hat too.
Yep. Oh, just by the way, this hat, it is on sale on the Dodgers site. You can get it for, call it 30. I think it's 35-ish. That's pretty good, for that thing. I might buy a couple more. I like these hats.
Mhm.
I just, World Series winner stuff and all that.
And I liked what I saw, from yesterday's game, with the offense playing that small ball in the first 3 innings. I just wish they would have got more runs across the plate.
Yeah.
The bottom half of the order was doing so good, and then they kind of like didn't show up, and the top half just, caught fire with Ohtani leading the pack with 3 home runs on his first 3 at bats and got walked his last at bat. It's just,
Amazing.
he broke out and put on the performance of, you know, Major League Baseball history,
Yeah.
in my opinion.
Dodger Blue 82 in the house. Yeah, Aeronautic, that's the one we missed each other on. We'll get it. Hopefully this next year. Ring ceremony, whatever, which one, it'll be awesome.
Yeah.
Let's hope so. Let's you gotta win it first. And yeah, these two teams, there's very little World Series experience in it. Rosarena has it. I mean, he was single-handedly almost helped the Rays beat us. You have to pay the chat now?
No.
No, you do not have to pay to chat. You're in. No. Oh boy. Yeah. Okay. Redact that. Yeah. Let's see. Yeah. Yelich. I don't know why they kept batting him so high. He was terrible. He had nothing.
Well, I mean, none of them really had anything.
Yeah.
You know?
Except Churios. That was the only guy that consistently did some things.
Well, and the what was he? The catcher, who got
Yeah.
2 or
Contreras.
3. Yeah, him and Churios were the only offense that they had.
Yeah. Oh, Durbin had the one game that we were at. He had
2 hits.
yeah, he had a couple hits.
Yeah.
Showtime still wants to trade for Scooble. Don't we all? That is going to be that's going to just be a weird thing, folks, to watch to just over the next few years to watch how teams handle Contreras. Yeah. Ugh, I know. How the Tigers handle Scooble and how the Pirates handle Skeens.
Yeah.
You know, I mean, that's kind of the way I don't know. It's I'm at a loss for these teams, and what they're doing. I don't know. Yeah, I'll give it to the Dodgers though. I mean, there was one of those tweets about their income versus how much they spend, and the Dodgers they may have the most revenue.
They do.
And they passed the Yankees. So last year the Yankees still had more, but I think times have definitely changed. People kind of don't give a rip about the Yankees because I mean they do have their one star, and that's Aaron Judge, but a team like the Yankees, they shouldn't have lost Juan Soto. They blew that one. But they didn't treat him well. And I guess he's not the easiest guy in some ways to deal with, but he's really good. And he helped get him to the World Series last year. This year,
Well, I mean, what did he do for the Mets?
well, he was about the only good player. I mean,
Well,
Alonso,
man.
but I mean, he was a 30-30 guy and had over 40 home runs. And that team, it does take more than one guy, but if
Yeah.
a guy like Soto makes Judge even better. Judge, I still can't believe how good he's become. I didn't think after 2017, I thought, oh, they're going to catch up with him. Big 6'8" guy, all the big loopy swing and all that type of stuff. Now the Dodgers kind of neutralized him a lot last year.
Mm-hmm.
Just a lot of breaking balls and stuff like that. Every hitter's got weaknesses. We've seen that. Let's see. Skeens will cost us all of our top 10, not top 4. It will be top 10 to get Skeens, if that's ever even possible. So Scooble he's a free agent after 2026. Oh boy. I bet the Padres going to go get him.
Not even worried about that stuff right now.
I know. It's like well, the thing is we have a whole week though. That's the problem. It's like, oh, fudge.
Oh, I mean, we have a whole week to prepare for, either
one of the teams
that are going to be in there. It's either going to be Toronto or the Mariners. Personally, I hope it's the Mariners, so we just keep it on the West Coast, and and the time is good for us, selfishly.
Yeah.
And be able to fly up there and check out a game.
That's I got that selfishness in me too. That's for sure. So, okay, it's clear what the rotation's gonna be, but of course, my spreadsheet is messed up. I got to fix it. It's gonna be Snell, Yamamoto, and then Glass,
Mm-hmm.
and then Ohtani, and back to Snell, then Yamamoto, and Glass. So they'll work this time. I don't know why it wouldn't work again. Yeah. Norm's in the house. Oh gosh darn it. Don't mind the break. Yeah, they know how to handle that. Giving the stars extra rest for sure. And so tomorrow I would expect, or maybe it was today, I would expect Blake Snell to go throw a pretty darn long competitive simulated game. And then Yamamoto will do it the next day. They're just going to be getting ready to go, and they'll set it up. I mean, the good thing is for the rest type stuff is really good for Shohei. I mean, he had 13 days rest, they said. Goes out 6 innings, 2 hits. I think one was Caleb Durbin, and then the other one was Churios, and he hit the ball hard a couple times too. But and then 3 walks, but 10 Ks. I'll take that.
Yeah.
And 3 homers. Don't forget that.
Yeah, I just want to see him. I want to see the offense focus on hitting with and scoring, moving runners when they're in scoring position. Some of these games shouldn't have been as close as they were, with the amount of runners that we had on base. So I just want to see them, focus on that in this time off to be able to start hitting the ball, putting the ball in play. Paja seems to be swinging for the fences almost every time, instead of actually putting the ball in play. Kike, he's doing what he's doing, but he had ample opportunity to score runs just by putting one in the gap, somewhere, blooping one in, but he's swinging hard. It was good to see Edmund, his bat wake up a little bit. I think Freddie needs to, wake his bat up a little bit more than what it is. And Ohtani was Ohtani last night.
Yeah.
It'd be great to see that in the World Series, almost every single game where he's hitting at least 1 or 2 home runs a game, which would be nice. But everybody, the other 8 hitters need to follow behind him and start putting runs up on the board.
Yep. And oh my gosh, these guys have so much rest in between everything. I mean, so Snell pitched on the 13th. He'll next pitch on the 24th. That's 11 days between starts. Yamamoto, the same thing. I don't mind that for Yamamoto at all. Glass 16th through the 27th. He'll also have 11 off. Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
And then Shohei 17th to 28th. Man. Holy smokes.
That's what I was saying. All these guys were in a rhythm. They were going.
Well, but it does work out. Like I said, if Snell throws a full, throw 100 pitches tomorrow. Have Yamamoto throw 100 pitches on Monday. And I mean, I'm pretty sure the Dodgers will figure it out.
Oh yeah, no doubt about it. I mean, they're basically it's basically just like last year when they had a week off. Also, but
they need it.
And for BC, I don't really agree with his comment about positive business success in Smith, and he's hitting below .1 this postseason. Corey Seager's been the biggest success that's come out of our farm system, in my opinion.
Yeah, for quite a while. Yeah, Bellinger was probably second.
Yeah, and Bellinger too.
Smith's in there too, of course.
Yeah,
that's for sure. Let's see. Let's see what he say. Yeah, Freddie was surprised they asked about the time off. He was like, "We just won the World Series last year with a bye." And if a team really, I mean, you think because we were harping about this for quite a while, the 4.5 months in between the last game of the World Series up until the first game of the 2025 season. I mean, this is good. Forget about the pitchers for a second. This is good for Freddie and Mookie and Miggy Rowe and all these guys that they could use a day or 3. So I'm all good with just good for that. Yeah. They're they, despite the fact that we want the Dodgers to get more runs and everything, but they are going against the best pitching. These are teams that are really good. Phillies have really good pitching, and I think they had a better pitching staff, especially the starters. And the Brewers have really good pitching, and so that's going to happen. And these guys are at their best. You got and the Brewers hitters had to face this is the most amazing health we've seen. This is amazing rotation we've seen in a real long time for the Dodgers.
Oh, definitely. And Nando brings up a good point also, that the team that we're going to be playing, they could possibly be going, all 7 games, and they could be spent and we're going to be all fresh. So this could be a big benefit for us. So
well, and also but they'll be done. One of them's they're going to be done by either Sunday or Monday. So they still will have plenty of days rest. Maybe their starter that goes on on Monday, wouldn't be able to go on Friday. They'll have plenty. They'll at least have some rest. But they got to deal. They're gonna have to deal with stuff they haven't dealt with before. They're gonna have media people from all around the country that actually now care about them, and they're gonna have to deal with all that type of stuff. And they have to go into Dodger Stadium, and they got to go. Oh, wait, they got a lot of Hall of Famers over there. I know some people won't care about that, but some of these guys are going to go, hey, man, these guys, and the Dodgers have the real pedigree. Most of these guys don't. But part of it is just of a lot of teams don't just come in and start winning World Series. They go and they lose a couple rounds. They lose in the World Series until they finally win it. Sometimes it just takes a lot, especially when you're going against the defending champs, the team that's ruining baseball, our Dodgers. Man, there's a lot of chats all of a sudden. This is good. Thanks, folks. Man, chat rate is high. Oh, Elishiva's in the house. Very good. Let's see. Yeah, this is still more than anything. Oh, I tried to click on the wrong thing. More than it's Norm's last sentence. Because the Dodgers bullpen is suspect both opponents are dangerous. I think they are improved, but it's still. I mean, I'm with them. I get it. 100%. I agree that, and really they have four that are on the trust list right now. That the rest didn't pitch. Five pitchers didn't pitch.
I mean, honestly, I would have loved to have seen what Sheen could do right now. I would have loved to have seen what Kasperius could do. I would have seen what, Jack Dreyer could do, in some of these games to at least come in there, let them come in there, get some experience, if they're just totally, floundering or whatever, which I don't think they would be, I want to see what these guys can do, instead of just letting them sit there, and especially, with Blake Snell, the way that he's pitching right now. I mean, Kasperius is pitching, way better than him. And
wait, Snell? Wait, you say you got your names wrong.
No, Triton.
Yeah.
Kasperius is pitching better than him. Sheehan's better than him. Robleski's pitching better than him right now. Yeah, there are going to be, some jitters that's in there, but get those guys some experience in there.
Yeah, I think Doc's made his trust list. I think I don't know. It'll be interesting to see if he budges off of it.
Yeah,
because Trinan was good the day before. It seems like maybe the back-to-backs might be an issue, and the way he's used. Maybe don't bring him in for a whole inning. I don't know.
Well, that's what I'm saying. Bring in Kasperius, bring in Emmett Sheehan.
Yeah.
Ben's
not on Doc's trust list at all, though. I mean, he's off the trust list in July, and he never gave him a chance to come back.
Well, because they overused the guy.
Yep.
And that's what they're doing with Vesia right now, and that's why he's a little bit more inconsistent, than what he has been in years past. And it's just I'm not as worried about the bullpen as everybody else is. I think they're going to be just fine with the arms that they have in there. But
and even Dreyer, who seemed to be on the trust list the whole time, by the end of the year, and then he's off. Yeah. I don't know. It's romance. It's just he trusts them. Trying with smoke and mirror. I think he was all that sharp when he's supposed to look good. It's a matter of getting outs, though. Being able to handle those moments, and we know that he's proven it. But yeah, I still get the jitters when just about anyone from the bullpen comes in.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's it. I mean, I don't trust any of them right now. Even Roki yesterday, that did not look very good to me. But that was also back to back. That's part of the thing is Roki is not a reliever. He's acting as one. He's doing a really good job. But that was his first back to back.
Mm-hmm.
Wait, no. Oh no,
It's the
no, he
second.
did no, it's not because he did it against the Phillies, but those were not back to back. Those games were not consecutive days.
Yeah, because they had that day off in between.
Yeah, yeah. Is Conforto, Conforto's in the dugout. He's around. Tanner Scott was he was at game 3 because I remember hearing his name on the introductions.
Mhm.
But I'm going to predict that maybe Tanner Scott gets put back on the list and they take Kasparius out, is my guess.
Yeah, yeah.
But I don't think it's going to matter because I don't think either one's going to show. Let's see. What do we got? That means a title. That's good. I want these guys like Tanner Scott and all that. I want them to be involved. I mean, they're part of the team, whether they performed well or not. Oh yeah, okay. Conforto was there too. Yeah, they're part of the team.
They're all there.
Yeah, that is a very full dugout.
Yeah, I mean, there's nobody missing.
Yeah. And they shouldn't. Yeah, Tanner Scott was out. I still don't understand what he went through, but some type of incision, got infected or whatever. Are we gonna see Conforto on the roster? I don't think so. I think they really like using Justin Dean. Right? I mean, he got a stolen base yesterday, didn't he?
He did.
Yeah.
Yep. Which was good to see, and that's
Yeah.
that's the reason why they brought him up.
Exactly. Yeah, use the guy right.
I'd much rather have Justin Dean than Asterio Ruiz.
Yeah. For sure. Well, because didn't Ruiz, he had a really low fielding advanced stats or something like that, despite the speed.
Yeah, he's not a very good outfielder. I mean, he's decent, he's got a decent bat. He can drop bombs, when he wants. At the end of the season, with Oklahoma, he was hitting quite a few home runs and putting the ball in play, but he doesn't have a very strong arm. His speed is basically it. Like he's like Kendall George.
Yeah.
Kendall George is, his biggest strength and his only strength, really right now is his speed.
Yeah.
So
we talked about what O'Donnell Boy says. We talked to they did those things that we were talking about. They switched some things up in the lineup, which I really liked. I really like Teo lower. And I like Smith. I mean, when Teo's third, it's like, okay, it's interesting, but sometimes he just can have those at bats where he's just doomed when he comes to the plate, swings the first pitch.
Well, I mean, he's another one. It's and I get it. It's not super easy standing up there on the plate.
Yeah.
Swinging a bat at a ball. When it's coming, 96, 97 miles an hour, and it's like, you don't know if it's going to stay or if it's going to drop. All of a sudden, that's there. But Teoscar, with him just swinging wildly at a bunch of pitches is very frustrating. For me, to sit there and watch. Especially when he was batting third. I think that the bottom of the lineup and all that, needs to hit. We're not looking for them to put the ball out into the seats. The bottom of the lineup is there to put the ball in the gap, get on base, move around, get into scoring position for Ohtani, for Betts, for Freeman, and for Smith to knock you in.
Yeah. Well, because I mean, of course, Shohei's first home run, it makes sense that it was a solo home run. He was the first batter.
Mm-hmm.
But it's a bummer that the other two were solo home runs also.
Yeah,
that fits right with the narrative you're talking about.
Yeah, Kike should have been on. Paul should have been on. First, second base. And it should not have been just one run. It should have been two, if not three runs scored.
Yeah, those guys didn't reach base at all. Kike before that, he got on base a lot. I mean, he was one of the guys, and then Tommy Tanks. If If Shohei didn't have that big game, he was probably going to be the MVP again. Because every game, it seemed like he got an RBI.
Mm-hmm.
Just gets up there and has that good at bat, and some of them are lefty. He seems to be better, at least right now, lefty than he's been in the past.
And if the Shohei didn't have the game that he had, yesterday, he went out there and pitched, the game that he had, in my opinion, even if Tommy Edman, got a couple hits and knocked in a couple runs, the MVP should have been Snell and Yamamoto,
Yeah, the
you know,
co-MVPs.
you
Yeah,
know, from the NLCS.
Yep. Yep. Muncy does it. Yeah, Muncy gets those walks. We talk about that.
Yeah,
He just works it.
it does.
And he's still not doing what I expect. I'm expecting the big one. Maybe it's the World Series. Because last year he got hot. He had 12 straight plate appearances where he got on base.
Mm-hmm.
So good.
I mean, just think at the bottom of the lineup had the same mentality that Max Muncy does, and doesn't chase everything, and and sits there and they get on base, whether it be a walk or a hit.
Or even if they don't, it's just if each of those guys would work the Kike and not Teo, Pajes, just add 2 more pitches each. It starts adding up.
Yeah.
Versus coming out and flailing. Because Muncy just does that thing. It's so good to see. Yeah, Teo, yeah, you're a fool if you're pitching. You got 2 strikes and you're a right-hander and you're not throwing a slider that's low and away. You don't even have to start it in the strike zone.
Yeah.
And he'll swing at it, it seems like. Just how about that wheel play? Let's not forget that. Let's not forget that wheel play. That was awesome. And the plays that Mookie Betts made game 3, I mean, especially at the end with Roki on the mound. I mean, my goodness, he just looks. Last year Mookie looked like a guy that didn't know his throws were not. They were like a normal. They weren't the variant that you need to throw at shortstop. Sometimes it's depending on where you're at, right? I come like that. I did that. Yeah, I bet I'm muted.
No, you're good.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, it did that thing.
I saw it.
Okay. Oh, you saw it too. Okay, that's the one. Okay, good. No, his throws, he looked like he was still throwing like more of an outfielder. And this year, all his arm angles are fixed. He looks he looks like he looks like a real shortstop.
Thanks to Rojas.
Yeah. And I mean, he was with Petey Montero all year or all off season. Petey was videotaping and working with them, and I think it was Woodward with him.
Yeah,
it was either Woodward, and then later he went to see old Troy Tulowitzki. So Mookie don't stop, man. And Mookie prides himself in his work ethic. That's for
sure. Every game that I've gone to cover this year, it's Betts and Freeman are always out there, if not Clayton Kershaw.
Yep.
They're always out there. That's why when you see the posts that I post, it's always Mookie, it's Freeman, or it's Muncy, or Kershaw.
Yep.
Those guys are out there right in the very beginning and are the last ones to take off. And Rojas.
Yep. They just keep doing it.
And Rojas and Mookie are sitting there talking the whole time. And then Mookie is like talking to Muncy, the whole time. So they put in the work, man.
Yep.
And it definitely shows.
It absolutely does. That's why they are what they are. That's why, Miggy Rowe, I still remember when they got him like from the Reds after the 2013 season or something like that. And they put him on. And I thought, oh, this guy, defensive player, but he'll be gone out of baseball 2-3 years. 2025 still going. Almost had 1,000 hits in his career. Has a ring, shooting for 2, maybe more. And you can tell why. And then there's the idiots like Jazz Chisholm that says he's a bad guy. No, Jazz Chisholm, look in the mirror, and you will see the bad guy. You will see the bad guy.
It's just their whole mentality is different than other teams.
Yeah,
On every day, what they do, their routines that they have. It's pretty incredible. I mean, you should see Yamamoto. I wish
Mhm.
the chat could be there and see just Yamamoto's routine, and what he does with his personal trainer every single day.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
Yeah, well, hopefully that personal trainer will become a bigger part of the team.
He's only concentrating on Yamamoto.
Well, take those concepts, pay him more. Figure that one out. Let's see. All right. I like how even though Pie is hitting 086, they still won't let Conforto sniff the playoff roster. Sends a stern message of what they think of his season. Well, it's also, Conforto, is just a little bit better than Teo in the outfield. He just doesn't, he's just not as Teo's actually faster than Conforto. He just still can't field very well. But the reason that he's not on, if it was really apparent that they needed a real bat off the bench, then he would be on that roster. But the fact that he comes in, he's not upgrading your defense, so he's not a defensive replacement. He's definitely not going to be able to go and, pinch run for Teo and steal a base. I mean, that's what it is.
Yeah.
That's
I mean, I agree with what Honey Oats is saying. It's just I want to see this offense. Just for a drag racing reference, is you see the light, you get off on it, and you jam through all 4 or 5 gears till you hit the red light until the end of the game, and you're just like nonstop, man. You're at full throttle throughout the whole game.
Yep.
And it still just bugs me how some of these guys, even when they hit, a ground ball, they're jogging, barely jogging to first base.
Yep.
It just bugs me to no end.
Good thing Ohtani didn't jog in the 5th inning of Game 5. Or Betts. So Betts muted. He's focused. Remember, he did get a hit. He came right up after Ohtani's first hit and hit a rope. Let's see. Yeah, he has been slumping. I mean, he I think he only had 2 3 hits maybe this series. So last year he kind of got off to the slow start and then just was steady Eddie. After just very consistent after that. He's got it's Mookie. He's fine. I don't worry about Mookie. It's and Mookie's I'm not worried about him at all. That's
No, I mean what we're doing is just nitpicking things right now.
Yep.
It's the team's got like what 7 days off, and every YouTuber that's throwing a podcast out there is going to be nitpicking the team on base probably most of the stuff that we're talking about right now. And it's only because we want to see the team win, and this is actually the team that I thought that we were going to see from what June on,
Mm-hmm.
But I'm glad they're playing the way that they are right now, and they're just, they're kicking butt.
Yep. Yeah, for sure. I mean, and I'd contend that this team should win the World Series, and I would say they should sweep in terms of talent, but I'll give them one to blow. There's bound to be a flat tire coming up sometime.
Yeah.
But
and I saw early in their chat something, about New York, playing New York last year. I think in my opinion, I think New York is a way tougher opponent than the Blue Jays or the Mariners.
Absolutely. Yeah, I agree. I mean, and plus, they had Garrett Cole last year.
Yeah.
I mean, geez. And the Dodgers won the 2 games that Cole started. Not that it was bad, other than not covering first. But they did what the Dodgers found a way to win games last year, and they're doing that again. They're doing that one more time. Again, why isn't Klein? I'm going to change your word because I think you meant to. Why isn't Klein being given more consideration? He do well in call because they don't. If they don't trust him, they don't trust him yet. This is where the front. It's not just Doc making a decision. We all know that, and he would acknowledge that for roster construction. But they're going to go who do we need in there? Who do we trust? I mean, you can make an argument that Klein should be on there over Kershaw, but that will never happen.
Yeah,
because it's really it's Benny Caps, and that's about it. Bonda, who remember left off the first
haven't pitched for 3 weeks till the other day.
And then he came in and did really well, and so he's back on at least some of that list, so that's good. Yeah, so I don't know. I mean, I'm not the 26th player might matter, but it might matter more in terms of burning innings. But you never know. It could be that one game where you have to play 15 innings or something like that, and you got to go throw someone out there.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. I don't know. I'm not. Like I said, I'm not sweating that stuff. I don't know if Trinidad's coming in. Let's see. Yeah, boy, is Yamamoto better than Cole? Oh, now, yeah. Cole's he's out for another year, but I think Yamamoto's top 5.
Easy.
Yeah. So, and Cole was the Yankees. That was, remember, he opted out.
Mm-hmm.
He opted out, and then he basically came back for the same basically, they gave him the same contract.
Yamamoto is just going to get better and better.
Yeah.
So
yeah, we've seen that.
Sasaki's going to get better and better. Yamamoto will start to decline, and Sasaki's going to pick up right behind him.
Mm-hmm.
Eventually, in a few years.
See, Nando's wrong here. When Kershaw is going to pitch, it's going to be Game 4. The Dodgers will be up 10-1 in the 9th inning, and Clayton Kershaw is going to close that sucker out, and it's going to be to clinch it. That's going to be it. That's it. That's what we need. I've talked about it, but other people have talked about that. Other podcasts. I mean, I was listening to the Dodger Blue guys, and they're talking about, man, if something like that happens, man, I'm just gonna cry my eyes out. Can you name the top 5 starters in baseball? Well, let's see. What's going on here? What do you think, Mike?
I don't pay attention to stuff like that. I only pay attention to to one team, which is the Dodgers, and I pay more attention to our farm system than any other team in the MLB.
Yeah.
So.
I watch Dodger. I only have time for Dodger games, but
yeah.
I mean, obviously Skeens and Scooble are up there. But I put our guys, I'll put Blake Snell up with anybody right now. The way he's pitching, put that guy up with anybody. I mean, he's pitching on a Bumgarner level. That dude is so locked in.
He is locked in.
Love it. And someone mentioned earlier, he was like, he didn't seem to really care about winning. And I totally get it. Dodgers won. I go, cool. I was talking. I discovered a Dodger fan at the drag strip last night, and more of them today. And one of the things I said is, Dodgers don't put up pennants for making it to the World Series.
Mm-hmm.
It's only to win it. We're not the Padres. We're not the Diamondbacks.
Snell and Yamamoto are feeding off of one another right now.
Yeah, I didn't know how close those guys were. They eat breakfast together all the time.
Mm-hmm.
So they're always talking. I'm sure there's a translator involved. Yep.
He speaks better English than people think.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah,
Ohtani speaks really good
really,
English.
yeah, really good English.
Yeah.
The Dodgers are 9-1 because experience, high baseball IQ, pure talent above the rest, and superior front office personnel. Yeah, and I'm not going to include Doc in the front office, but Doc and Dave Roberts. I think Dave Roberts was a difference maker compared to Pat Murphy, who kind of was clownish with his talk. And Dave's just not doing that.
Oh, I mean, he's locked in. I mean, he's like
Yeah.
he's pulling pitchers at the right time. He's making, decent moves,
Mm-hmm.
and he's planning, in my old job, when I would go out for an initial attack fire, my planning phase was 24, 48, 72. And that's exactly what I see from Dave Roberts.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, he's well, even he pulled Trinan last night. Even though his last out, he got the strikeout, but he pulled him because he didn't like what he saw. Something was saying, there's probably some alarms going with some nerd information somewhere going woot, 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 which is great. Pull him out, and maybe he falls down the level of the on the trust list.
Mhm.
It could be. Those are all possible. He did it to Kenley Jansen in 2020. So why wouldn't he do it to Blake Trinan? Yeah, but I'm with you here on Richie, that's for sure. Let's see. For the next week, I'll be drowning in speculation scenarios that won't happen, picking apart the entire roster and spending an hour on the World Series roster. I know. Oh man. Well, that's why. So one of the things I do want to talk, we can do this week, and this will make some of our prospect people happy. The Stuff Plus stuff that came out from Baseball America, we should cover that.
Mhm.
I would bring it out today, but it's behind a firewall, so I want to be careful, or it's behind a paywall, so I want to be careful with that, and not get in trouble, and do the right thing. But I want to at least I'll take a little bit, try to get some time to go through it. Do you have a Baseball America subscription?
I don't.
Yeah, I do. So I'll take a look at that, and we'll figure out what we're gonna do, and just because there's some good information there. And it was what was it? Foul territory. They were talking about it, and they go, yeah, the Dodgers, they do this, that, and the other, and at the same time that they always draft low, and they have one of the lower numbers of money for the draft and the lowest numbers for international, and they're still number one in all these analytical type things, which great.
Yeah. They're either number 1, top 5, or top 10.
Yeah.
Almost every single year.
Yeah, and usually when it's like a top 10, or even one year they dropped to 11 briefly, but that was because they traded a bunch of guys out. But all of a sudden they bring them. Here they come again. They just bring in a bunch more of those guys, and it's like, okay, keep doing it, guys. I mean, that's, and it is a play them or trade them type thing.
Which they don't do enough of, in my opinion.
I agree. Yeah, Ryan Ward. Repeat, Ryan Ward, and a few others for sure. That's for sure. And I think these guys being mentioned here, Stone, River, and Hurt. I just who's Stone River? New guy. Yeah, they will be. Yeah.
You're going to see Gavin Stone, River Ryan. They're going to be definitely throughout the first half, if not a little, and maybe after the All-Star break, they'll be playing in Oklahoma.
Well, it depends on what they do with slow rolling guys. Yeah,
but they're coming straight off of, this is their rehab year, and I don't see them coming back to the team like right away until after the All-Star break. I see Kyle Hurt coming to the team before the
he'll be there.
All-Star break.
Rivers actually right up there too. He's getting. Remember, he was a September guy last year, so he's already, by the time that happens, spring training will be 18 months. So
yeah,
he'll be.
I mean, he's throwing in Arizona.
Yeah.
But, we see Brewstar Gradwell come back next year. Also, after he gets all well and good and centered to where he needs to be. So we're gonna have another reliever that's going to come in here. The big question is what's going to happen to Gavin Stone? You know, he was a legitimate starter, in 2020 what 3
Yep. Oh, no, 2024.
24 carried the team
Yep.
until he got hurt.
Yep.
So
And it's a shoulder too.
yeah,
That's the other thing. So it's Ryan was a Tommy John. So I'm not worried about that one because
Yeah.
that's kind of it's either you have it or you don't, and it takes a while to get it back if you don't have it. There's some guys that Sheehan came back really strong.
Yeah.
It was only about 12 months.
And Kyle Hurt, his was Tommy John too.
Yeah. So he's close too. That's good. Yeah.
So
The Padres send a greeting card from Cancun. What a mess that team is. It's all coming out. it's all starting to trickle out.
I don't see Tony Gonsolin coming back.
Yeah, he still has a year of control, but I just think it's fair to go. And he's like 31, 32 years old.
Yeah.
It's fair just to go, you know what, we're just going to non-tender you. Go ahead and find another team. Because there's a team that can use Tony Gonsolin for sure. He's a major league starter. And he really does need, in my opinion, he's one of those guys that really needs a 6-man rotation. He breaks often. Let's see. Okay. Oh, these people. It's all. So the thing is, because of the way social media is, it's much easier. Like if I put that's one of the reasons I put on the thing. Dodgers are ruining baseball. We know that I'm kidding, but it'll probably help.
Yeah.
But it's legit going, oh, yeah, we're going to have reporters. It's not reporters necessarily. It's going to be, the Padre dude and the Diamondbacks dude and the Giants dude writing those things. To get clicks, that's all. Can we get a draft pick Gonsolin? They're going to get nothing for Gonsolin. They're going to. I think they'll just let him. They'll just non-tender him, and that's fair. Let him go.
Yeah.
No, they've already got. I mean, if you going into the season next year, they have a lot of pitchers. They'll have guys like a Heaney. They'll always bring in guys like that to what non-roster, the NRI type guys. They always bring in some of those guys. We shall see. We shall see, dude. I'm so tired, and I've neglected many tasks in the house. I still have stuff I haven't unpacked from the London trip. I'm a bad man. So we'll see. I gotta make sure because we'll see. But I got my important tasks done at work, so I was able to go on Thursday, which, man, I had a good time, dude. The people around me were awesome. I mean, gosh, it was great. That was really a good time. We got to meet Steven Nelson. That was cool.
Steven Nelson's a totally cool guy, man.
He really is. He's legit.
Wow.
He's a
He is legit
guy. Yeah. Yep. I agree. Yeah, the other fan bases, whatever. I mean, they let them do what they do, and that's just part of it. They, when other teams have won, it's I'll take being the bad guys, but it's like, oh, the bad guys consists of guys like what Freddie Freeman and Mookie Betts and Shohei Ohtani. These aren't bad guys. It's not there. You want bad guys? Go about 100 miles south, and you will find bad guys. You will find chaos in an organization. You will find a leadership that's a disaster. This is a well-run machine.
I don't even pay attention to stuff like that, because every team has the same opportunity that the Dodgers front office has. It's whether they want to spend money or they don't want to spend money. Does the ownership want to keep, the revenue that's coming in, or do they want to sink it back into, the baseball team that's there for all the fans?
Mhm.
And that's what the Dodgers are doing. That's what Atlanta's doing. That's what the Yankees have done and are continuing to do. That's what, the Mets are doing. I mean, hell, look at San Diego. They're dismantling all of their farm system, have paid some of their biggest contracts out in the last few years that they've ever had. Even they're starting to jump on board, that's in there. So I don't agree with all this stuff and all this talk about, the Dodgers are making, the Dodgers aren't the ones making baseball bad. It's the other organizations that are making baseball bad because they're not taking the revenue or spending the money, you know, to bring in players,
Yeah.
to put a winning team on the field for the fan base that, pays for their salaries and gives them a whole bunch of money. That's what's making baseball bad.
Right. I could not agree more. And then you see the first story coming out after the Milwaukee Brewers get eliminated. Freddie Peralta will be probably put on the trade market. That's absurd. Absolutely absurd.
Yeah.
It just so I have no sympathy for these owners.
Not
And,
at all. I
and
mean, the front office and the Dodgers organization to put together a playbook that every team could take and learn from and apply it to them if they choose to do that, and they choose not to.
right. So Hassan Kim is the Braves have him right now. I like Hassan Kim. He's not going to come to another team as a utility guy. He's going to be starting shortstop in Atlanta
Mhm.
or somewhere else. This is there. It is. That's it.
Yeah.
Poorly run organizations are ruining baseball. Always fear the randomness. Yeah, and Dodger fan, we always have to think. We don't have we have long memories. We all remember 2022 and 2023. Those shouldn't have happened, but they did because of baseball. But the at the same time, I look at it and go, the Dodgers learn from it, which is failure sucks, but when you don't learn from it, it really sucks. So they've learned, and I'm more put it this way, I'm more confident that they will deal with the break and deal with the with I don't think they're overconfident. I think they're confident in a good way.
I don't think I've ever seen a team or an ownership that is more dialed in and it may not seem like it, but it's crazy on how much that they actually hear what the fan base is saying and how
Yeah.
they respond to it.
Yeah.
That's the crazy thing to me.
Yeah, they I well, happy
It's not
fan
gonna
base,
Yeah.
happy happy bank account. I mean, geez, Shohei Ohtani is the gift that keeps on giving to them in terms of money. I mean, I don't know if you got the email today from Dodgers.com saying buy your new Shohei merchandise for his great game.
Yeah.
I mean, they got that Shohei button ready to go, and we're buying it, and it's crazy, but it's cool. That's part of it. That's why they did it. It wasn't just because he's a great player; it's because it was a great business decision.
Mhm. And as much as I complain like Nando, about how I'm not going to a Dodger game because I don't wanna be spending the money to go in there and paying $65 to go park in the parking lot. I
Mhm.
mean, I'm still doing it because I wanna see a team, you know, the organization has put together a winning team, a confident team, something that I wanna go see and be a part of and sit in the stands and give all the people around me high fives and having a great time.
Exactly. That's exactly right, and that's what happens. You go to a game and it's a good time. Um, it's crowded, of course.
Yeah.
Let's see. Let's see. Yeah, I mean, because it is. It's a great time, and for me, for both of us, when we've been to games as with media, it's a
Mhm.
different vibe. We can't go. We can root internally, but not externally. We can't go just hang out. We have jobs to do at that time. But it's a great time. I love doing that too. But man, I love being a fan during
Yeah,
these times. It's just fun.
it's a lot of fun. I mean,
Yeah.
I met a Japanese couple behind me, and I'm sitting there posting stuff on my iPad, and
Yeah.
she followed my Twitter. Oh, she's like, "Oh, look at all you're doing. What's your thing?" And then she followed me, right then and there,
Right.
and it's just like, wow, okay. And
Yeah.
everybody around me is like super nice.
Yeah. No, exactly. And it was I had like I said, I had a great time. And plus they had the scoops of chocolate chip cookie dough. So Tim was really happy. And
Tim
then
was very happy.
they had the cookie I was able to bring home to my wife, make her happy. So she liked
Yeah.
that too. Um, it just an all around, and it was really great. Of course, running into Clint and Jeff. Got to hang out with Clint longer. We went and he showed me where he was sitting up in section RS 59.
Dude, they were up there
Wow, and they were
baking in the sun all day.
baking. Oh my gosh, yeah, that was ooh, yeah. So I don't think Clint went yesterday in media because yesterday was. By the way, for everybody, yesterday was Clint's 40th birthday. So happy
Mhm.
birthday to the one and only, the real FRG, Clint Pasillas. A day later, and I listened to his show a little bit on the way home because I can't go live when I'm coming back from the drag strip because the connection is terrible. I did it once and it was just the worst show ever. Um, so I was able to get enough to listen, and so I was listening to Jeff and Clint, and of course Kevin in his kitchen, and they were and Clint talking about, hey, it'll be easy for me to remember the date of Shohei Ohtani having one of the greatest baseball games ever. Is go October 17th, my 40th birthday. I'll always remember that.
Yeah.
So, it was great running into those guys. And we saw Roger, and I saw Trinidad. I hadn't seen him since I think quite a while. I thought he was going to come on. Well, I told him 6, and then I told him 7, so maybe he was not able to come in. I haven't had Trinidad in a long time.
I'm still just thinking, did yesterday really happen?
Yeah.
Witnessing, Ohtani on the plate, on the mound,
Yeah.
just what he did, you know, and it's just if that doesn't encourage, you know, baseball fans, around the whole nation right now, I mean, then you're not truly a baseball fan.
Yeah.
I was watching this podcast with these Milwaukee guys, and they were giving and I respected them for it because they're giving Ohtani praise and everything. They're just like going, "You don't see that. It was the greatest performance that anybody has ever seen in their life."
Yeah.
They're like, "We're not even mad that the Brewers lost because what we just witnessed was truly amazing."
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, it's really it's just tipping your hat.
Yeah.
It's like that's it. Tip your hat. You don't have to like it, but at the same time, we have a chance to watch something that doesn't come around very much. And it's like even if you can't stand Shohei, go watch him anyway. You won't regret it. Saying
Mhm.
to go, I saw Shohei Ohtani live.
Yeah.
In person, I was able to see him. That's a cool thing.
Honey, to be perfectly honest with you, I thought this was gonna be the year that they won the World Series. I didn't think they were gonna win it last year.
Yeah, I remember. Yeah. Well, you weren't the only one. There's a few people like that, and it just worked out.
Yeah.
But I would.
And I said at the
Oh,
beginning of the year, I didn't say it like halfway into it.
yeah,
I said that at the very beginning of the year. This is not gonna be the year that they'll go to the postseason, but 2025 is gonna be the year that they win the World Series.
yeah. In like Yeah. I mean, last year was for me. Yeah, I'm not as nervous. I will still not be happy if they lose, but having that one in the bank goes. It's and for some teams they just want to win one. We're sitting here going, "Oh, it'd be great to win 2 in a row." I mean, San Diego. I tell you, if they ever win a World Series, every one of the players, even the bat boy, is going to get like a statue. I mean, this is a team that gives to Jake Cronenworth a 7-year contract or whatever. I mean, they'll but that's cool though. That's the thing. I mean, even to be honest, those guys that beat the Dodgers in 2022 are considered pretty legendary. But for us, we go, oh, that we just don't experience those things. If because even if they lose the World Series this year, I won't think about it as much. And means I'll even be blotting some of Shohei out. What happened yesterday out of my mind. I just will. But it's not. But if it was 2017 devastated me. 2018 I expected that. Even though that game
2017, I thought it was like a lock.
it should have been a lock.
Yeah.
Even with the cheating, they should have won that. Let's see what we got here. Someone said something. It was up here.
I will say this: if they lose, I will be disappointed.
Yeah. Well, yeah.
They are the better team out of both of these teams.
Yeah.
And yet I will be disappointed.
Yeah. Yeah. Suffering through 27. Yeah, 2018 was the fact I didn't think they were that good of a team, but I was there when Muncy hit the home run the 18th inning. And then I was back up in LA, but I wasn't at the game. I was at a Bruno Mars concert with my whole family, and I'm following on my phone. Puig hits a 3-run home run.
Mm-hmm.
Everyone's slapping 5 there at the what do they call it? Crypto, whatever that arena is, whatever Staples. I'm gonna call it Staples. That's what it should be. Everyone's slapping 5s, and then I'm following my phone, like, oh my gosh. And they blew that game. I was the least enjoyable concert. And the thing is, the opening guy was the main singer from the Gap Band, and I love the Gap Band. I could even bear. It was one of the worst concert experiences of my life, but it was an excellent concert. It was terrible. I was so pissed off. Then I knew after that one it was over.
Mm-hmm.
So I didn't bother going to Game 5 or anything like that. But yeah, that Astro stuff. Oh boy. Let's see what we got. Yeah, this is true. If the Dodgers losing to the World Series against Toronto or Seattle, will be a bit like Oakland losing to the Dodgers. Inferior roster coming out ahead, so I think it would be a sting a lot. Yeah, and the one difference though with that team with the A's, that was their first time together in the World Series, and so they didn't know some of that stuff. Some of the guys did. Like Dave Stewart had been in the World Series before with the Dodgers. Ricky wasn't there. Thank goodness. Yeah, so they didn't have a lot of guys that had been there, done that. So that was one of the things, and I think that's where, even more than the talent, it's the fact that I think they know how to handle themselves.
Yeah, and honestly, I want to see a competitive World Series, but if I'm being honest, I want to see him sweep. I just want to see him just crush whoever they're playing, and just crush them in 4.
Mm-hmm. Well, that's why, I mean, even though I'm a huge Laker fan, one of the best basketball teams ever was the 1983 76ers when they almost did the faux. They did 4-5-4. And they dominated including the Lakers in the postseason. And so I like to, you see a team come in and just crush and go, yeah, I'm not fighting this one. Win them. I want to see some legendary performances from the Dodgers. I do. Man, let's see Shohei do it again in the World Series. How about that? That's what I'd love to see that, man.
Well, I want to see the whole team hit.
Yeah.
I know everybody's not going to hit, and they're not going to go out there and just blast. I want to see the offense just shove this World Series.
Yeah.
That's what I want to see happen. I don't want to see, one or two guys, carrying, and that's where all the runs come from.
Right.
I want to see it coming throughout the whole lineup. You know, the bottom of the lineups getting, one or two runs, and the top of the lineups are getting one or two runs, and you know, I would love to see a lopsided World Series where the
Yeah.
Dodgers were winning, 8-0, 10-2, whatever.
Mm-hmm.
I want to see some offense.
Yeah. Everyone yeah, like I said, everyone contributing. One day it's Max Muncy, another day Andy Pages.
Mhm.
Right? Let's see Andy Pages be the guy for one game to go get a couple knocks. Make a real big impact on the game. And we will see Kike do something. I just
Yeah,
I just believe that. And then Teo
'cause
too. I think they'll just everybody.
'cause this scoring runs in the second and third inning and not getting anything after that, no,
It's rough. That's no
no,
fun.
no. I know you're not gonna get runs every single inning,
Yeah.
score a couple runs in the third inning, score a couple runs in the fifth inning, score a couple runs in the sixth and seventh inning, and score like one or two runs in the ninth.
Yeah. Really make it make it bullpen proof.
Yeah,
Let's do that, so that if some guy comes in and craps the bed again from the bullpen, it doesn't cost the game. That's
right.
can't have that. Make it where Kershaw can get some innings in. It's where he can go and just pitch. If he gives up a couple, so what? And who knows? He had success against Toronto. If you remember, he had a really good game against them.
Yeah.
When he went up against Scherzer. I mean, he does really well against what's his name? Vlad.
Mhm.
But I don't remember Springer playing in that game.
I hope if we play Toronto and Scherzer's on the mound, I hope they just light him up.
Well, I want him to light up whoever it is, that's for
Yeah.
sure.
So, yeah, that's what I'm hoping to see from this upcoming World Series. No matter who they're playing, is just nonstop foot on the gas. Just the whole stadium smells like Jet A fuel,
Mhm.
and it smells like burnt rubber because they just been smoking the tires for 9 innings straight.
Yeah. Yeah. Give that good hard 9 innings.
Yeah.
And, it will be interesting to see, I want I and we won't know these until after the story's written, how they handle this whole week off.
Mhm.
What type of games are they playing? There will be things where they let the media in for a little bit. But I think they're gonna be doing some things. Everybody that's in the organization, you are now eligible to go play at Dodger Stadium over this next week. So be ready. And they're just gonna do whatever they need to do. And I think they will. I think they'll probably play some really fun stuff. Just hopefully no one gets hurt. That's for sure. But keep these guys hot. I still think Max is gonna be huge. I think I actually predicted him on Doug's show for him to be MVP of the World Series.
Yeah.
I think I said Teo in this one. Doug said Shohei. He goes, it's too easy. You could get it as a pitcher or as a hitter. He was right. There you go. Bless
Excuse
you.
me. Thank you.
Yep. Um,
And I kind of agree with what Normally saying there, but if Seattle's putting up 10 runs against the Blue Jays, well, why can't the Dodgers? They have way better hitting,
exactly.
than that.
Exactly. Yeah. Blue Jays they have some interesting guys. Some guys that are pretty good, and some guys that might shut you down. But in general, the Dodgers should get to these guys.
The AL series, the Mariners have double digit game, and the Blue Jays have a double-digit game. There's no reason why this team cannot have 1 or 2 double-digit game against any of those teams.
Yeah. No, I think I'm going to say you called it, that the Dodgers should have 2 double-digit games. I agree. This would make me really happy if Mookie Betts got the MVP.
Yeah.
Because whoever's the MVP, I'll buy their jersey. Even though, don't be surprised if I end up, because the World Series MVP, I end up with a number 7. Don't be surprised.
Yeah.
Well, I think if he gets 2 starts, he will be the MVP. There's no doubt in my mind. But hopefully he doesn't get 2 starts. Just get it done, and Max Muncy will be the MVP, or Mookie Betts or someone like that. I'll be happy to buy a Max Muncy jersey.
The one up on my wall will always be my MVP.
There you go. Yeah,
Always.
I'm not allowed to buy a Yamamoto jersey. My mother-in-law was in the Philippines during World War II. So
Yeah.
Yamamoto is not a positive name for. I love the guy. I don't hold it against him, but
I've been covering that guy for a long time before he even came or was a thought in the States. So I'm super happy where he's at.
And I just love watching that guy pitch.
Mm-hmm.
He's an artist. I said earlier, people go, "Oh, it's too early." He's our Greg Maddux. He's about, because he's not. I mean, even though he can throw 97, hit 98 every once in a while, that's not his game. It's part of it, but he's not coming like Scooble at 102 or Skeens at 103 or whatever. What was it? The Miz guy. He was pumping for quite a while. He looked good. That dude, he's got some stuff, and he threw a lot of strikes. He was really pounding the zone. And the Dodgers were. It was kind of a weird thing. It's like, well, gosh, he's pounding the zone, but I wish the Dodgers would see more pitches, but then it's just going to be called strike over and over and over. So, yeah, look at this. Jeez. That was with a bad Yoshi start, and he still got a 183.
Yeah, I mean that's his tip. That's his MO. I mean that's the way he was in the MPB. You know, there's been multiple games, that he's had where he's kind of struggled in the first inning, and then he just locks it in, and it's like shut down after that.
Yeah. But the way that the rotation lines up, so assuming Snell's game 1, then he'd come back game 5. That is only 5 days. So it's considered, quote, a 4-day rest game. And he hasn't done that this year, but he used to do it in the past. I'm not terribly worried about that. So that would mean that if Snell's is on one, he's not going to go throwing 120 pitches. And then Yamamoto has 6, because game 6 has that day in between the 5 and 6. So for Yamamoto, that allows him. And if Snell goes to game 5, that means that he can go. It's it. You don't take him out unless you really, really, because he sucks. You don't take him out otherwise. Same with Yamamoto. You let those guys go.
I personally, what I think is, if game 5 is like last year, that's a deciding factor. We're going to see Snell. We're going to see Yamamoto. We're going to see Glasnow and Ohtani to close it out.
No, they won't do that. No way. Then they have nothing for the next day if they lost it.
Imagine that.
But hey, don't be surprised if Ohtani is the closer for a game, for the final game.
Yeah.
That would not surprise me at all. And how much would Major League Baseball love that?
Yeah.
They would like that more than a Kershaw, because everyone loves Kershaw, but Ohtani, that's the guy that's really selling the jerseys. Yeah, I imagine that though. I can see that. I can see Ohtani closing the game out.
Oh, he's definitely going to do one.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, yeah, especially after game 4, because he's done. And so if it gets to game 5, he wouldn't throw the next day.
No.
But maybe he can get an inning in 3 days. Why not? And I just know they're going to do that. You rake, shove us for pitching. Yeah. Sure. Who should retire? You guys talking about Miggy Rowe? Miggy Rowe was productive last year.
They're talking about Triton.
Oh, trying. Well, he's not going to work. He's not going to retire either because he's got 11 more. He's not walking away from 11 million, and he shouldn't. And he was injured this last year, man. The memories are short. Like, oh, this guy sucks. He's terrible. Let's get rid of him. Dude, freaking got us a World Series in 2024. Doesn't mean he has to pitch this year, but just be a little. Come on, man. Blake Trinan would go to the mat for you. I can tell you that.
Definitely.
Let's see. And he is the leader of that bullpen. With Hudson gone, especially. Let's see what do we got here. It will not be Trian's last season. I mean, why? Again, don't walk away from that money. If he gets released, go ahead. But never understood the hate for Rojas. Well, Rojas did get off to a terrible start, and I thought he might be on the chopping block, but he is so important.
He turned it around after they got rid of Taylor and
Barnesy
and Barnes.
Yeah, he did, didn't he? It's like, ooh, hello. They're willing to do that.
Yeah.
This is true. This dude, man, the guy.
Definitely. I mean, there's a lot of players are like that on this team.
Yeah, and I'm not saying that means he should pitch, but just a little respect for your 2024 World Series legend or playoff legend. That guy gave all of it.
Just look at what Kike said during his interview. When he was asked, about being on this team, and he's like, can you describe, what it's like being on this team, and you are the what was it? He's the longest tenured person on that team that's been in the playoffs. Something like that. And he's like, oh, wow, I didn't even know that. I'm very humbled by that. I'm grateful.
Yeah.
Those are the, his answers. I have respect for the front office. I back my teammates.
Yep. Yeah. And that's the character of the team. And I know that a lot of teams think we got cool. We're really cool. We have a great time together, and we have our cool little celebrations, and we wear stupid hats or do silly things on the bases like the Dodgers do. Freddie doing the Freddie is just he needs to be arrested for that. But it's not those things. Those are part of it. But it's like, okay, the team is in a big slump. What happens? You start hearing things about people throwing others under the bus. I haven't heard a dirty leak out of this team in a long time, since basically ever since Puig's gone. So yeah. I haven't heard anything. I don't know.
This is what you do here. We're behind our guy. We're here to help him. He's going to turn it around. That's what you hear. So
this is very true. Yep. Give Gonsolin respect. Yeah. I mean, he was part of the 2020 World Series team, and he was out all last year because of what he did. Yeah, he wore that because they had nobody. And then they finally traded for Lance Lynn, and Gonsolin finally went under the knife. But yeah. But he's a guy that really needs a 6-man rotation or be a bullpen guy. But I get plenty of respect to him. I met the guy; he's a really good dude. But I think he's gonna get probably not tendered, so he can go out and get a contract, because there's no room for him on this team. He doesn't have a guaranteed contract. Trinan has a guaranteed contract. You guys got to realize that there's differences. Gonsolin has nothing. So, and I think he'll hopefully be able to get a job and will be able to contribute to another team. But he got hurt again. So maybe they won't release him with that way if he's hurt, because I think they'll try to take care of him if he's still hurt. If he had to, hope he doesn't have another Tommy John. That would be disastrous for him.
Yeah.
But yeah, there's a difference. So guaranteed contracts versus non-guaranteed contracts, and yes. I married in. Yep. What do you think? All they need is one. All they need is one. No, I knew it. I knew what you're saying, Roy. So
tomorrow's games are going to be interesting.
I just wish it was tonight. I just wanted to watch baseball, especially after not watching it last night. And I watched the game tonight, so the game from last night, so that was great. But I love the playoff baseball, especially when the Dodgers are still in it, and we're just going who they're going to play. That was one of the reasons I watched a lot of it, was who might be, who's out there, what's going on. And there was also some, it's like, okay, certain pitchers pitching. I love my starting pitchers, and to watch some of those guys throw was, I mean, the fact that the Mariners beat two of the starts, both starts of Skubal.
Mm-hmm.
Like, he was really good, but then the team's got to hit.
Yep. Yeah.
I just want Gonsolin to get a chance with the team. He won't get it with the Dodgers. Wow. That's pretty cool. Considering, because Kike was gone for 2 of those seasons too.
Yeah.
So that's amazing. Who'd have thought the old banana man way back in the day would be this guy that he will be a Dodger legend forever and ever. I honestly think he's going to be a great announcer or have a job on MLB Network. He's smarter than all those other guys that I see out there. But he's so good. He's just I don't like the mid game interviews, but if you're gonna have them, I want it to either be Clayton Kershaw or Kike Hernandez.
Mm-hmm.
They're always so good. I mean,
I'm just happy, and this is just my opinion, that actual traditional media is giving Dodgers some flowers instead of being so biased against them.
Yeah. No, I mean, Pedro Martinez had just an amazing tweet about it. And you're seeing stuff. They're understanding the things we've talked about, the chemistry type things. And it's real chemistry. It's not Manny Machado going, we have good chemistry. No, it's not. No one goes and says, we need chemistry. They just have it because the Dodgers, more times than not every time, they get the better character guys.
Mm-hmm.
And it does matter. And when, and the attitude they have of picking each other up, the attitude of a Tony Gonsolin, going hard. What is it? Yeah. This is a big one here. Tommy Edman's ankle. I wonder if
I think he has surgery.
Yeah. Oh, probably. But it just has to improve enough. Like Freddie improved just enough last year to get the World Series MVP.
He's going to have some type of reconstructive surgery on his ankle.
Think it's that bad?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, man. Hope not. That will just, that means, Trinidad couldn't go in. Okay. Oh, we had dinner reservations. So that's fine. That's cool. Yeah. That would mean he's going to miss a lot of the next season then, which is whatever.
It depends on how much,
Yeah. Well, and with Edman, he's good enough right now where he's getting key base hits. He's playing a good second base. Looks like he got over that throwing issue.
I think it's just going to be a repair stuff. I don't think it's going to be like total reconstructive. I think it's just going to be like repairing whatever damage he has in there.
I love this idea. Kike is a future manager. I think he's got the baseball IQ to do it.
Going to be the new Tower Buzzers manager.
Yeah. Let's see. So I'm not going to talk about Laureano just for a second because he's not going to be available. The Padres have an option on him, so he's not available. That was one of the guys I wanted at the trade deadline. That's for sure. Hopefully the Dodgers win it without him. Dodgers won it last year without trading for Garrett Crochet. They won it last year without trading for Tarek Skubal. And maybe they win it this year without Laureano or Mason Miller or all those other players that are in Cancun.
Who's the Angels left fielder?
Is it Ward?
I forget his name.
They have Trout. Trout plays left field a lot now too, though he doesn't play center as much. They have Joe Adell.
I think it was Ward.
Ward, yeah. Is he a free agent? He might. Yeah, I like that guy.
I'd love to see the Dodgers go after him.
Yeah, me too. Yeah, he'd be a good one. But yeah, these guys, Laureano is just not going to be available, and he got hurt too. I mean, that I don't like to make excuses, especially for these Padres down here, but that hurt a lot when Laureano went down. That guy that was one of the best trade acquisitions. It really was. I mean, they actually made good moves, even though, well, I say good moves, but what do they get out of it, and what did they lose for the future? So different, better. The immediate context was those guys were good. Ryan O'Hearn was good. He's a free agent. Not that he fits with us, but it's Taylor Ward. Yeah, Taylor.
Yeah.
Why was I thinking Tyler? And for some reason, when I hear Ward, I always go right back to, because the Angels used to have that Marsh guy with the stupid beard and the long, like, greasy hair. Hepatitis C laters. He's
firing off. Just got here and he's already firing.
I just don't. I want the. I mean, of course, I want blah blah blah. Dodgers get him, but at the same time, I really don't want Detroit. Keep him. He's really, 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 really good. Just keep him.
Exactly.
Because all they're doing is going. Because if they don't keep him, I think those types of things that happen are actually not in the owner's favor when they start complaining about the Dodgers and other fans' favors. It's just more evidence. Like, no, your owner doesn't give a crap about you as a fan because he's not willing to go, oh, I have the best pitcher in the American League, and I'm going to trade him, and I'm going to get 5 or 6 minor leaguers. Woo! And we were just in the playoffs and lost in a 15-inning game. And now I'm gonna exit this thing. I'm gonna bail basically because you get rid of that guy, you're in trouble. I don't want to see. I don't want to see the Braves or the Brewers trade Freddie Peralta. Yeah, I heard about that gap. It's a bummer. It's bad for baseball. Is the Brewers offering Freddie Peralta on the trade market, the Tigers not keeping Skubal. That's bad for baseball.
It is. I completely agree.
Yeah, and you see these lists of, the guys the Dodgers get, and it comes, you see the Muncy thing. Muncy costs nothing, and even though he's not on the team, Chris Taylor, Dodger legend. I'm going to say it. He'll always have a special place in my heart as a Dodger. Nothing. Well, Zach Lee, who was just never turned out to be a good baseball player or pitcher. And of course, the Red Sox, they in a way gave us Mookie Betts because we also took David Price. They didn't. Boston's a rich market. They could have done that. And then Freddie. The Braves should have kept Freddie. That's the stupidest thing I've ever seen, was how the Braves handled that.
That was crazy.
That was the most shocking thing. Because I remember when talking, when the lockout happened and the Dodgers had just lost Seager. It was at the last minute, right? Then the lockout happens. And I remember talking, it might have been Doug, I don't know, about who would they go after Kyle Schwarber or something like that. And one of them said Freddie. I'm like, no way. But then as soon as that thing happened, then the Braves went and traded for that guy from the A's. And really, you did that, huh? Oh, long-term baseball. You let go of your legend.
That's who I thought we were going to get. It's a guy from the A's.
Yeah. Why is him? I know my mind's blanking because I'm old. What's his name? He's a good player.
He is. He's a good hitter too.
Yeah, he's a really good baseball player. So yeah. Oh, here you go. Here's your Murakami one.
What does it say?
You say he got Muncy in there. Something about the kid Murakami would be a potential success for Muncy, but his strikeout rate is frightening, and his recent health issues and his defense.
There's not going to be a bidding war for him. He won't be he won't be a Dodger.
Yeah.
If they're going to be replacing Muncy, they're going to either go to the trade or they'll bring up what's his face?
Yeah, but it's
from Oklahoma.
It just doesn't make sense. Oh, Freeland.
Yeah.
Oh, that's okay. It was Trinidad. Okay. Yeah.
Freeland's
yeah.
He's the future.
I think so too. I mean, Olsen, of course. Thank you.
Yeah, Olsen.
Because the floor with Freeland is good utility player. That's the floor.
Mm-hmm.
But there could be more. So let's hope so. But yeah, I agree with that. And especially because, as we've really learned, the 162 game season is a rehearsal for the playoffs, and they're looking for their guys to go, who's going to get us there. And Freeland did some things that I thought his defense at second base impressed the heck out of me. His defense at third looked good. He was in his bat. He did have a cool moment hitting a couple home runs against the Padres. But yeah, I was really pleased with it. And I'm like, oh, this guy's a Dodger because he can play second, third, and short. And so again, the floor. And so after Miggy Rowe retires after 2026, you have Freeland, you'll have Tommy Edman. Hae-Sung Kim will probably have more versatility by then. They fit right into the Dodgers. It's like they love that stuff.
I don't even see the Dodgers even going after him.
Yeah, I'm on. Going. He wouldn't. The only way is if he agrees to go to Oklahoma City.
I mean, Muncy's going to be back next year.
Yep.
He'll probably sign a 1-year deal.
They already have an option.
So
$10 million. So that's that's done. I hope they give him a raise though.
No, I mean for the following year.
No, it's for 2026. He's already locked in for only $10 million.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah,
he'll pay 2026 and then 2027.
Oh, I see. Yeah, they might.
He'll play one more year.
Yeah, well, and the good thing is next year Muncy gets his 10-year, and will move up further on the Dodgers all-time home run list, which is just the coolest thing.
Oh yeah,
I just love that. I mean, the fact that the Dodgers' last 2 third basemen were gotten off the scrap heap, and they go down as 2 of their best of all time.
Yeah,
how cool! That's just the coolest thing. Man. No, the Dodgers. I mean, that's. Let's give credit's due. That was Ned Colletti.
Yeah,
he brought JT in. Let's see. Oh, Norm's going. He's going. He's judging him like Trout. We'll see. I agree. They do need to make a jump.
Did you like Corey Seager normally?
Yeah, Corey jumped right in though, man. He was good right out of the chute.
He wasn't that good when he.
Oh yes, he was. Go look it up. Oh, he was raking, man. Oh man, he raked. He was really good. He forced himself onto the playoff roster and everything. Oh yeah. And Bellinger hit well, but Mike Trout didn't. And Will Smith came out of nowhere. No one thought he was going to be that good. And Jock Peterson started well. Disappointment for me. I mean, I like Jock Peterson, but he was a disappointment to me. Who else? Matt Beatty. Got River Ryan for him. But yeah, these guys, it's their first dip.
No, I mean,
I'm not worried about them yet.
Look what why am I blanking on his name? Third base for Detroit.
Oh, McKinstry.
Yeah, look at what he's doing.
Yeah. Yeah, that actually surprised me because I was never, first of all, I was terribly unimpressed with his defense.
Yeah.
But he kept working at it. But he was an older guy too. He's in his 30s already, I think, too.
Which Vargas?
I still like Miguel Vargas. I like Yuendre. You talking about Yuendre Vargas? Gosh, I only saw him play, I think, once. He was hurt a lot last year. And he's hurt a lot the year before too.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, is it Yuendre?
Yeah. I mean, honestly, Norm, I wasn't a big Gavin Lux fan in the very. I wasn't the biggest fan for him.
I bought into some of that hype. I mean, and the Dodgers kept him for, they had chances to trade him to get some big time players and they didn't do it. So they believed in him too.
Yeah.
But Gavin Lux did not reach the expectations, obviously. He's a nice average baseball player who will have a decent career. He'll probably play a good 10 plus years and be semi-productive, but he ain't what we all thought or what a lot of us thought. And even, I mean, I thought he'd at least be above average, but I was always a little scared about the shortstop thing. It's just like, really? Yeah, done with prospect hype. To me, it's just play him or trade him.
Yeah,
promote him fast. I wish that they would promote some of our guys that we have out there a little faster. They promoted Luxy pretty fast. Let's see.
I gotta get going pretty soon.
Yeah, me too. I still gotta get like 4,000 steps in. Yeah. Oh well, I'll do it on the exercise bike. Okay, here we go. Okay, let's see. let's end on a big trade. Oops, keeps doing weird things here. Keep hitting the wrong button here. Show. There we go. It'll be something like that. That's actually that you're on the right path. But it's something like that. We're not going to be able to trade anyone in the top, in the 20 through 30 to make a difference in the trade. It's going to be a lot, but it is what it is. Yeah. Prospects are hey, some of these prospects, they work out. Some of them don't. The Dodgers have had, let's be honest, since Will Smith, Outman gave us a nice year, but position and Pajes this year had a really nice year. But in general, we're not getting the position players that are, going in and grabbing jobs.
Oh, partly because they don't give them a chance. They're always trading.
Yeah.
and getting, older players and, players that are halfway or 3/4 into their season and they're there for like 1 or 2 years and the prospects are just rotting. So you really don't know what they have, you know.
Yeah.
So
Yep. And there's a few that will move on. And what's his name? Ryan Noda had a nice year with the A's, but he's already been cut a couple times.
mhm.
That's just it, That's just prospects are they're suspects. Half the reason is they are trade bait. You need to add Paula and Sheehan. All right, yeah. But also, some of you guys are making way too quick judgments. If you made the same judgments on Mike Trout, you would have given up on him after his first cup of coffee, or and more than half of you, I'd say 9/10 of you are ready to give up on Gavin Stone after 2023 or 2023.
Yeah.
So just it's we'll know in 5 years. Let's put it that way.
Yeah.
That's just the way it is. So, but all that matters right now is winning World Series, and if they have to trade some of these guys we know personally, and they get a better job or they get a better opportunity, I'm in, because we want those. From us, we want those guys to succeed.
Yeah.
Whatever organization it could be.
Exactly.
So that's why I wish Outman wasn't stuck behind Buxton. He does get hurt a lot. All right, cool. Well, dang, over 300 views. That's very good. Thank you, everyone.
Yeah.
The chat rate is intense. It's like 6. The chat rate 6, which is like 6 per minute or something like that. That's really good. You guys keep it good. Noah's out there. See that? This is the attitude. This is kind of the attitude right here. It's like, well, let's just keep wrecking baseball. Why not?
Yeah.
Why not? Just keep wrecking baseball. If you get Scooble, of course you trade Sheehan. Yeah, you do that. Like the Dodgers had to trade Pepio to get Glasnow. And not one Bobby Miller mention until now. All right, cool. Thanks, everyone. Anything else?
I'm good.
Yep.
Happy that we are going to the World Series, and I'm still trying to process yesterday's game or last night's game. It was how amazing it was, and looking forward to seeing what the Dodgers can do.
Yep. We'll when our opponent is out there, of course, we will have analysis of the opponent. I'll be watching those games for sure.
Yep.
As much as I can. Oh shoot, I'll have church tomorrow night though. I'll watch it afterwards. And yeah, it's World Series time. We will do some prospect things because the prospects are part of what we do, and you're heading out there.
I am. I'll be going to Arizona during the World Series.
Perfect. Yeah, we'll have that. So we should do a chat beforehand, of course, just to talk about how the guys have been doing in the Arizona Fall League, and then
I can do one from there too.
Yeah.
So.
Oh, absolutely. Oh, for sure. And then I'll look into that Baseball America, that information about it's nerdy stuff, but Dodgers are tops in stuff plus and some hitting thing too. So
yeah, I've seen some of that they've been posting and stuff.
So, and some interesting names on there. Compost was in there.
The Rule 5 draft's coming up. So
Yep.
Hey, Jeff.
Hey, it's Jeff. It did. Yeah, I got Jeff's info. So I put him in the invite. So I'll be doing that.
Thanks, Norm Lee.
Yeah, we always appreciate it. Norm keeps the chat going, keeps it live. And we appreciate that. Cool. Well, we will everyone, go to church tomorrow. I'll be going twice, once in the morning at our chapel Fortunately, I'm not preaching. Fortunately for the crowd. So, and then going tomorrow night with my wife. All right. Cool, man. For me, same thing.
Yep.
Lock in
Yep.
the World Series. It's exciting and it's expensive.
Yes, it is.
All right, cool. Well, as always,